In this exercise, we'll be working on a gradebook where there are weighted categories. And the first thing we need to do is make sure that we're working within our course. From here, we'll scroll down to the settings panel on the left, and within the settings panel, we'll be clicking on grades. And the first thing you'll see here is the grader report, which loads up by default. Under the drop-down menu on the left, where it says Grader Report, you'll see there are several different options for viewing and editing your gradebook. For our purposes, we'll need to click on Categories and Items Simple View. The first thing we want to do in the Simple View is move to the bottom right. There's a button here that says Category or Add Category. Go ahead and click on Add Category. Now we see several different fields and options for how to set up a category. For our purposes, everything can be kept at default except for two fields. The first thing we want to do is give the category a name, and I'll just call mine Quizzes, for example. The second field we want to look at is Maximum Grade. It's set at 100 by default, but since this category needs to be weighted, we want to set this as a percentage out of 100. So let's say my quizzes are going to be worth 30% of the total grade. I'll set this at 30. Now, all of your categories are going to need to add up to 100, so we'll need another 70 to fill in the gap. I'll go ahead and create all my categories, and then we'll move grade items into these categories. Okay, now we have all of our categories listed, but you can see that none of the grade items have been added to the categories. We do want to move grade items into these categories, so the first thing we need to do is click on the icon that looks like two check marks sitting side by side. You can move this item into any category you like. This may look slightly different when you go to move these items because of differences between Internet Explorer and other browsers, but the concept will be the same. Remember that you'll have to move every graded item into a category in order for the final score to be accurate, so don't leave anything outside of the categories. And this is how you set up a weighted gradebook.